Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we will be talking briefly about Donald Trump's outburst at the National Association of Black Journalists Conference, NABJ. We try to be as objective as we can, even though we know it is Trump we are talking about here, and it is quite challenging to remain objective. So, let's get started. This dude is at this conference full of black journalists to try to retain more black votes and voters, and even maybe attract more black voters. He is expected to be on his best behavior.
Rachel Scott, BBC. Thank you. How are you? How are you? Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir.
Do you mean the white, or rather the orange elephant in the black room?
A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today.
Maybe because of what they have experienced in the past, or they know what to expect from Trump, but let us give him the benefit of the doubt.
You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true.
We guess Nikki Haley's place of birth is no longer in contention, as she has bent the knee.
You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys.
Continue.
You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist.
Woman, just wait till you are finished, you might be next.
You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you?
Damn, what a way to slide in. Well, in her defense, she did welcome you to the stage. And woman, I warned you.
Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit.
In good spirits? And that good spirit went out the window in just 5 seconds?
Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money, they were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing, and nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do something like that.
Going to a black journalist conference and don't expect to be grilled is delusional. She went straight to the point because, like you said, you already lost about 30 minutes, which should not be confused with being rude. We think you are very uncomfortable being confronted by your own words that are hunting you.
And let me go a step further. I was invited here and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala.
I thought Biden dropped out a week ago.
I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said, you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming.
You mean, where's Kamala?
I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here.
Why do you want to meet your opponent here? Meet her at the debate.
And then you were half an hour late, just so we understand. I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something was wrong.
Mr. President, I would love if you can answer the question on your rhetoric and why you believe that black voters should trust you with another 4 years.
I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
At least he did not compare himself with Jesus.
Ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president and be on a major party ticket, as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
She just did.
Sir, do you believe that Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a black woman?
Well, I can say no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was black.
Oh my God!
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Until a number of years ago when she happened to turn black, and now she wants to be known as black.
Dude, I would like to know how someone just turned black. A few seconds ago, you did not know she was black. Now she turned black a couple of years back?
So I don't know, is she Indian or is she black?
Dude, it might be difficult for you to comprehend, but she can actually be both. Just as you also have a German heritage.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't. Because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn, and she became a black person.
Jesus is Lord!
I think somebody should look into that too.
I wonder who will be looking into it. Homeland Security or you?
Why come here? What is your message today?
My message is to stop people from invading our country that are taking, frankly, a lot of problems with it. But one of the big problems, and a lot of the journalists in this room I know and I have great respect for, a lot of the journalists in this room are black.
Mr. Wiseass, I wonder if you were expecting Chinese and Indians in a black conference.
I will tell you that coming from the border are millions and millions of people that happen to be taking black jobs. You had the best.
What exactly is a black job, sir?
Thank you, sister, for asking.
A black job is anybody that has a job. That's what it is. Anybody that has a job.
All right.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
One of the dumbest statements ever. Why not just call it jobs?
By the way, just if I might, I was running against a man named Biden. You probably saw that. And he was losing very badly in the polls, and then he had a rather bad debate. I would say it was a bad debate. I would say it was one of the worst debates in history.
Will you keep quiet?
And his poll numbers crashed. And instead of saying, you know, let's keep going, and maybe something happens the other way, they said, oh, we're going to replace him. Let's just replace him. That's like you're in a fight, a prize fighter's in a fight. He's not doing well. You say, let's bring in another fighter. So our whole campaign was steered toward him, and now we have to steer toward him. But ultimately, it's the same because they have bad policy.
You be mumu. You are a mumu man.
Stop whining already. You should always expect the unexpected and adjust accordingly. That's what the presidency is all about.
But I cannot understand
So,
what you're saying.
Trump grabs the journalist's bottle when she turned away and tried to close it. Weird.
when you look at J.D. Vance, is he ready on day one?
I've always had great respect for him, and for the other candidates too. But I will say this, and I think this is well documented. Historically, the vice president, in terms of the election, does not have any impact. I mean, virtually no impact. You have 2 or 3 days where there's a lot of commotion as to who, like you're having it on the Democrat side, who it's going to be. And then that dies down, and it's all about the presidential pick.
Just say yes, he will be ready on day one, damn it. This is your one chance to speak positively about his capacity as a potential VP.
But here's the question. Would you consider stepping down if you felt that your health was declining? Or would you?
Oh, absolutely.
And who would
I think I'd know.
How would you make that decision?
I think I'd know. Look, if I came onto a stage like this and I got treated so rudely as this woman treated
Oh my
me,
goodness.
I don't want peace. I want problems, always!
Just move on, she was not rude.
When Time Magazine asked you if you would consider pardoning all the rioters, you said, yes, absolutely.
Sure.
You called them patriots.
Trump is now drinking from her bottle. Hey, dude, that's the rude woman's bottle. That is your water over here on your right.
140 police officers were assaulted that day. Their injuries included broken bones, at least one officer lost an eye, one had 2 cracked ribs, 2 smashed spinal discs, another had a stroke.
God have mercy upon us.
Were the people who assaulted those 140 officers, including those I just mentioned, patriots who deserve pardons? But sir, my question is on those.
What's going to happen to
my
the
question
people
is
that
on
tried
those
to bring
rioters who assaulted
Excuse me.
officers.
You have to
would
ask,
you pardon
what's
those
going to
people?
happen? Oh, absolutely, I would.
You
if
would
they're
pardon
innocent,
those?
If they're innocent, I would pardon them.
They've been convicted.
And by the way,
told him, sister, we all know he would pardon them anyway, guilty or innocent, because he incited the violence.
And then they're mandating that you buy an all-electric car. You know, Elon Musk endorsed me, and he's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. He's a smart guy. But I'm against everybody having an electric car.
Sorry, Elon Musk, in case you were counting on this dude to do some ads for you.
If you like such videos, please like, share, and subscribe to get similar videos and updates when I post them. If you would like me to review similar videos, send them to me and I will do just that. Thank you.